So today we're going to talk about spam and how it can help Absolute Web Services grow their client base without breaking the rules. Before launching into my fabulous pitch, as I plan to do so, I'd like to start off with a story I imagine you can relate to. Last night, as I tried to sleep peacefully, a strange sound snuck into my dreams. Buzz, 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 buzz. It seemed to keep happening, and it made absolutely no sense considering Ryan Gosling and I were having a lovely meal in Paris, and there were no bees around. Finally, I woke up and I realized what it was. My phone. And I did what most of us do, but don't want to admit. I reached for my smartphone. 47 emails. Sheesh. All this for little old me? Well, as it turned out, it was literally 2 important emails and 45 emails that were complete spam. There were even a few emails in there from a wedding-based company that I had signed up for over 4 years ago when my husband and I were planning our wedding. I have actually tried to opt out of these emails more than a few times since I did not need them anymore, but it never seemed to stick. Does this ever happen to you? I bet it probably does, and as annoying as it can be, the majority of these emails are not illegal. Let me explain more by really explaining what spam is and what the CAN-SPAM Act is. First of all, let's define spam. Spam has a very negative connotation that comes along with it. Most people who hear the word either think of the canned meat or the evil unsolicited emails that clog up their inbox every day. However, there are both good and bad types of spam. First, let's define it. Most simply put, spam refers to solicitation emails typically sent to a large number of people. Good spam will use these mass emailings to target a smaller group of people that truly desire their product or service, and they will design strategic graphics and messaging that appeal to their target audience and convey a clear message. Bad spam all comes from the Prince of Nigeria. No, I'm kidding. Although never opened his emails either. I promise he's not interested in depositing $80 billion into your bank account. Bad spam really has no clear target audience and only tries to send as many emails as possible out to people in hopes that enough people will take the bait. Bad spam usually equals scam. Let's talk about the CAN-SPAM Act. According to the CAN-SPAM Act from the FTC, they define it this way. The CAN-SPAM Act, a law that sets the rules for commercial email, establishes requirements for commercial messages, gives recipients the right to have you stop emailing them, and spells out tough penalties for violations. Just to make the law a bit more clear so that people do not assume this rule only applies to bulk emails, the FTC goes on to explain exactly what encompasses an electronic email message that is commercial. Any electronic mail message that primary purpose of which is the commercial advertisement or promotion of a commercial product or service. Considering this, it sounds like they're trying to help not just only the consumer whose inbox is overflowing with messages they do not want, they also want to help commercial companies utilize email in a way it should be, to send targeted and content-rich email messages to people that will potentially find those messages useful. The following list comes directly from the FTC. Let's take a closer look at each of the 7 main requirements commercial businesses must abide by to not be considered in violation of the CAN-SPAM Act. Penalties for this can go up to $16,000, and we definitely don't want that here. First, don't use false or misleading header information. This basically means everything from the person it says the email it is coming from and going to the needs to be accurate and truthful. Second, don't use deceptive subject lines. The example here shows that Google apparently has the lottery and you've won it. That's certainly not true, as Google doesn't even hold an international lottery contest. Third, identify the message as an ad. Although this can be as simple as a disclaimer at the bottom, Do not mislead people to think your email is anything other than an advertisement. Even newsletters from commercial companies often include coupons or promotions for products and services. Fourth, tell recipients where you're located. This is as simple as including all of your contact information and your physical mailing address at the bottom of the email. After all, if you're sending a legitimate email, you want potential customers to know where you are and how to contact you. Fifth, tell recipients how to opt out of receiving future emails from you. This is important that people are given a chance to not receive your emails anymore if they do not carry any type of message that you are interested in. Your opt-out message must be clear, relatively simple to complete, and foolproof when it comes to them actually working. Which brings us to the sixth part of the CAN-SPAM Act. Sixth, honor all opt-out requests promptly. You have 10 days to make sure a person's request to get off your mailing list is taken care of. You can be hit with steep charges if this is not done. In addition, requesting any money to remove a person from your list is also illegal. Finally, monitor what others are doing on your behalf. Although we do our email marketing in-house here at Absolute Web Services, if we ever decided to use an outside company to help, we're legally responsible if they do not follow any of these rules. So what does this act mean for Absolute Web Services? Actually, it means lots of good things. We can still effectively market the company through email and end up with a higher conversion rate of customers that open the email. Since we will need to include more relevant and unique content, more users will be drawn to the emails we send. In addition, knowing our target audience and getting the emails to those people will continue to help with the conversion rate and overall amount of sales. Also, emails that actually have a purpose will instill more trust in potential and current customers. And finally, the opt-out option will allow us to hone in on customers that really want our services. If they stay on the mailing list, it's likely that we're doing something right and we are having a positive response. Now, should spam be protected by the First Amendment? Since we now know that spam can actually be good, it's a good idea to explore whether spam should be protected by the First Amendment. The First Amendment states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Therefore, any spam relating to any of those things should be protected. Religious, press-related, and government grievance-related spam should absolutely be protected by the First Amendment. But spam emails that are on that Prince of Nigeria side are a completely different purpose. They capitalize on a product, service, or someone's misfortunate ignorance to a scam. The two have very little to do with one another, and the CAN-SPAM Act is a more appropriate legislation that is related to spam directly. Although there are other precedents, set that allow for certain commercial advertisements to be protected, as long as there is no illegal activity, it seems that CAN-SPAM Act more accurately helps businesses properly utilize email marketing in a favorable fashion. In addition, we need to ask ourselves if criminal liability is ever appropriate for spam. It absolutely is. Looking back at the FTC's restrictions in the CAN-SPAM Act, they have made it very simple for companies to still market their products and services via email and do it effectively. If people continue to send out bad spam, it's just going to make the receivers of these emails less trusting of any email from any company. It could destroy any form of email marketing at all if there are not stiff penalties for companies that ignore the rules. Now, by this point, you must be wondering, okay, April, thanks so much for all the lessons on legal ethics and spam, but we're here to make money, and time is of the essence. I'm here to start replacing your original idea of spam with a more positive one, and gear more towards email marketing rather than spam. Good examples of email marketing or good spam, we should consider to remain legal, ethical, and profitable in our practices include newsletters, coupons with little to no strings attached to them. No one wants to have to listen to a 3-hour timeshare pitch to get a coupon. Press releases, and other important company information. We're going to focus on a small audience and build from there. Our target audience of small businesses and professionals will be the email addresses we send our emailings to, and all of our efforts will be based on quality content. In order to achieve these goals, we need to create an editorial calendar that includes our email marketing plan. Thinking ahead is truly the best way to go about creating a solid marketing campaign, and we will need to switch up the content and monitor the overall conversion rates for each different type of email marketing campaign. By making small changes, we can truly see what potential and current clients are responding to. Overall, there is trial and error involved, but the plan, after all, is to win by doing this legally, ethically, and profitably. With that, I will let you go on with your day. Thank you for your time, and I really do hope that by the end of this, I've helped you better understand how beneficial spam can actually be. And just in case you need it, here are a few references that I used for my report. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.